make sure if you get this done, it's for you and you alone, and make sure it is what you truly want, and don't let anybody tell you anything different. My surgery would have costed $10,000. Hi friends, it's Allie, and I am back recording on my camera. I know it was a long time overdue, but I am back. For today's video, I am going to be recording my part 2 of my hymenectomy surgery video. I know I recorded that a while ago, but the more and more questions I got after I uploaded that video was not so much, about the hospital, and the recovery room. The main questions were after, and the recovery process, and what products I used, and how long the pain lasted for, and how long I was out in general. And I realized I didn't really go into that in the other video. If you have not watched that video, I will link it down below. I realized I hadn't gone into that as much, but it was because the video would have been really long, and it was already long as is. I got so many comments and so many amazing women who messaged me, and they told me their stories, and I was just so happy to help them, because I know I felt alone, and I wanted to help you guys out, and I'm glad that I could help out as many people as I did. So for this video, I will be giving you the products that I used while in recovery, and some helpful tips that I gained along the way of recovering after a hymenectomy. So if you want to keep on watching, go ahead. And before I get into this video, make sure you please hit that red button down there and subscribe. That would mean a lot. And I will also leave all my links down below, so if you want to go ahead and check those out, that would be amazing. So let's get into the video. The first thing I can really remember was waking up and they had a pad in my underwear. Now that is the number one thing that I will suggest, is you guys using a pad. Now this is what I have, just a standard pad, and you're going to want to use that for probably a week after, because you will still be bleeding. I mean, just to be sure, wear it for a couple weeks. Make sure you change them out and everything like that, but make sure you do have that in your underwear, because you will be bleeding a little bit. But that is normal. Don't be scared by it, don't be worried. That is normal. It just felt like a regular monthly period for me. I was just yeah, this is normal, just because I've never used anything other than a pad. Now I did get ibuprofen, which I will show you, but I'll cover up the hospital name. I got this, and I got Hylenol. This one is 600 milligrams, and I don't remember what the other one was, but that was a stronger version as well. But I mean, with this is way expired by now, but I kept it just so I could use it in the video. That's just mainly the prescriptions that they had to give me. Everything else I bought afterwards. Actually, my boyfriend bought afterwards, because he was very, very nice and kind, and he went to the store right after, and he bought me a bunch of things. So I was very thankful and very happy that he did that. Now the next thing was amazing. Need a couple baggies, however many. Need a couple baggies and put ice in it. I know you're probably thinking why? If you put ice, in the baggies, and press it against that area over your clothes, you just press it down there, it will help eliminate the pain, and it will also help numb the area, so you don't have to worry about it hurting as much when that's down there. I found that helped out a lot. Next thing that really helped out tremendously were these. Now I know it says hemorrhoidal relief down there, but if you read on the bottom here, sorry, I gotta try to focus. I think down here it says,
and for vaginal care as well.
I did use those as well. And why you need these is they are very, very good for soothing and kind of relieving any itch or any burn or any pain. I really, really, really like these because I put these like on top of the pad, and then I wore that, and it was so nice because it was nice and cold, and it also helped relieve, you know, a little bit of the pain and like the burning afterwards. Those are pretty much the main products that I used. I didn't go crazy. I didn't use like a bunch of things, but I did use that. Now for the recovery process and how long it took. For me personally, it took me about a month to recover. As I said in my last video, I was not able to insert anything when I was under anesthesia, and while they were doing that, they also had to do a pelvic exam. And I believe for me personally, that's why it hurt more, because I had more things kind of done while I was under. That's not gonna happen for everyone. I was different, I feel. Everyone's different. Now for the pain level. After I got out of anesthesia, it wasn't bad because I was still under whatever like medication I was on. As the night went on and like the next morning, that's when I started hurting more. But for me personally, I think because I had to do a little extra while I was under, that's why it hurt more, because it hurt more like up inside rather than, you know, around like the stitching and everything. I don't want to scare you guys. For me personally, the pain was probably like an 8 out of 10. I think it's more like mentality too. It was a little scarier just because something was going on down there and I wasn't used to it. So, I mean, you know, it could have been more mental, but I mean, definitely, you know, it still hurt, obviously. My pain could have been different from your pain, or could have been different from other people's pain. You know, everyone's different. Another helpful suggestion that I will give you guys is try not to hit on anything hard. I really, really recommend just like laying in bed for like the first week or two. I was very, very lucky to have my lovely boyfriend there with me for the whole week. You can't have your mom try to BFF with you, just someone to help you, but also to keep you company and to be there with you for a week or however long, you know, because it does get boring. You know, if you're just laying in bed all the time, it gets boring. And once you kind of know how to do things like on your own, I'd say you're fine. Just, you know, maybe just like for like the first like couple days, or like maybe a week at most. Just have a person there just helping you out. If you don't have anybody, you know, I recommend, you know, reading if you read, or playing games, or just like watching movies and Netflix. That really helped me out a lot as well. The one thing that I also experienced about a couple weeks after, I found it easier if I walked weird. If I kind of like hobbled, you know, like I found that actually helped a lot. But with doing that, for some reason my right leg hurt really, really bad. It wouldn't stop hurting. So I kept contacting like my doctor's office, and I was just like, hey, is this normal? Is this normal? And that's another thing as well. If you're scared, if you don't know what's going on, don't be scared to call your doctor or the office and talk to them, because that helped me a lot as well. I called them so many times asking if so many things were normal, and they all said, yeah, everything's normal. So don't be afraid, because I know that's what I did, and I probably annoyed the shit out of my doctor's office, but you know what? Oh well. If you're scared and they're there to help, that's their job, you know, don't have to worry about that. My cat outside's annoying me. Yeah, like I said, my leg was starting to hurt, and I, you know, went in for my checkup, and it was fine, you know. It's just probably because I was walking weird, like to relieve the pain, I was walking weird. Another thing that really, really freaked me out, and I still get, are yeast infections. And I know that sounds gross, but I mean, it's not, you know, it's normal. Like many, many women get them, and especially after this, expect to have one. I didn't think I was gonna get one, but I did, and it was very alarming because the first time I had ever like looked down there ever in my life, that's what I saw. And I was like, oh, great, like, ew, you know. But I called my doctor's office again and I asked them, I explained to them in detail what it looked like. They prescribed me a pill that I could take and it went away within like a week. And if it doesn't go away within a week, they give you another pill that you can take after, and then they'll go away as well. But I mean, it's normal, you know, nothing bad. But if it does happen a lot after, I would go and get it checked out again. Now, another thing that I wanted to recommend was how long you have to stay out of work or school for. The minimum time that you have to stay out of school or work is 2 weeks, because that is like the main time that you have to lay down, you have to rest. The first week, really, you're supposed to just like stay in bed and not really move around a lot. You're just supposed to lay down and chill and not do anything. If you really want it done, like now, you might have to go to your boss and explain to him or her that, hey, I have to get this done and I will be out of work for a couple weeks, and like, you know, you have to give them a doctor's note and everything like that. Unfortunately, I had a male boss and I actually explained it to him. I said, hey, this is what I have to get done, and he was understanding. Didn't want to know any details, but he was like, all right, just bring me in you know, your little paper that says when you're getting this done and how long you'll be out for, and you know what, that's fine. He's like, go ahead, I will give you that time off. Now, the last thing that I will be talking about is the cost. Me personally, I got very lucky because I am still under my dad's medical insurance, so they paid for 70% of it, and then I got the other like 30%. It really helped that I had saved up a lot of money, you know, previous, or else I probably wouldn't have done it, because, you know, it was costly. Really trying to make a video. Anyways, I'm just gonna tell you guys how much it was. Now, without any help, without any insurance, my surgery would have costed $10,000. But because I had help, they took off quite a bit of that. And also they randomly took off like $5,000 for like a discount. And I was like, thank you. Like, yes, bitch. Thank you. I was so grateful for that. I was like, oh my god, like, that was so nice of them. So yeah, they just randomly took off like $5,000. I was like, hell yeah, you know, that's awesome. And then whatever else my insurance they covered, and then I had to do the rest. Now, because I had enough money, I paid for this all myself. So now, no. Fucking cats. The remaining balance that I had to pay was over $2,500. But you know what? I had enough money. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying I had enough money to where I could do it myself. And that's what I did. I called my bank and I said, hey, I have a big medical bill to pay, and it's gonna be an alarming amount of money that I gotta transfer, but I gotta transfer about, you know, about $3,000. And she said, okay, you know, we can do that for you. So she transferred it. I made a call and I said, hey, insurance company, hey, I gotta pay my bill, so I'm paying it all right now. And the woman was so cute. She was like, what? You're paying it all right now? She's like, oh, okay. She's like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah, you know, go ahead. You know, I have all the money here. Like, get my card number and, you know, do it. And it was just so funny. She was so cute. She's like, oh my God, well, you know, thank you, you know. I don't know why I have an accent when I say that, because she didn't have an accent, but yeah. And then they mailed me a little card and they said thank you so much for, you know, doing that, and they were so grateful. Now, if you don't have enough money and if you don't have the means of you doing this, don't worry. I'm not trying to, like, you know, say, hey, have your parents do it. But if your parents are willing to help you out and willing, and if they have enough money, you know, that would be awesome. But if you live alone and you don't have enough money, you know, this can wait. I know it's kind of hard, but it can wait. Here's what I never addressed in my last video. I still have troubles trying to insert. I mean, I can, like, you know, I can, but I'm still very small. I'm still trying to get over the mentality part of it. You know, I'm still kind of scared. Kind of blows, you know, because like I know I can do it, but I'm not to the point where I can like be intimate as much, and that part sucks. It happens. I just wish I could get over the mental part of it, and I wish I could just stop being like scared, and I wish I could just be like whatever and just try different things. But you know what, it's like if I'm not ready, I'm not gonna just say, hey, let's do this, or hey, let's try this. Like, if I'm not ready, you know, always want to make sure that you're ready and you're comfortable with the person you're with or with yourself. Always want to make sure that you're comfortable and you know that this person's not going to hurt you and you'll be okay. And want to make sure that the person you're with also is going to stay with you and, you know, help you with everything. You know, if you're in an unstable relationship and like you want this and your boyfriend is just kind of like, you know, rushing you and he's pressuring you, you know, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. One, for you to stay in an unstable relationship, but it's also not worth it just to get this just so you can do stuff and not have to hear about it, because that's not healthy either. Make sure if you get this done, it's for you and you alone, and make sure it is what you truly want, and don't let anybody tell you anything different. I know this video is a really long one, but I know it's overdue as well, because I wanted to make part 2 for this video for a long time. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and if you want to ask me anything on this topic or just anything at all, you know, don't hesitate to either leave a comment or message me on Instagram or any of my links down below. I would love to help you guys, and I am so thankful for everyone who needed help and who messaged me. I am so happy that you guys did that. So like I said, hit that red button down there. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.